But I don't think you can discount exactly what you said. The last 2 years, just culturally and politically, are so out of pocket strange that
To have liberals calling for the abolishment of a law enforcement agency,
yes,
that's
yes.
that's a nice chip in the armor. I'll take it. And I'm gonna push it. I'm like, yeah, now. And I want to be like, look, and they're just like this other law enforcement. You know what I mean? And so it's something that I didn't think I would see, that the sway of a public opinion to abolish a law enforcement agency of any level.
And I think for ICE, you can argue that's not something that has existed for all that long, and that we have and back even when it was created, folks thought it was a redundant agency initially, right?
Mm.
When DHS was created and they rolled up all these programs. For me, abolish ICE isn't even the most controversial thing I say, right? It's like 40, anywhere, depending on what data you look at, we've got between 40 and 70% of independents polled saying, I agree with the sentiment, abolish ICE. Now, they are just in agreement. What they actually think that means can take a lot of forms. But the reality is that it isn't, you're seeing this is a public health threat. This is a safety issue. We've got these agents shooting into populated streets, into cars with 3-year-olds in them. It's just they're pitting a car with a young family. That's what just happened in Maine. You're killing innocent people who have all of their paperwork in order. And we're expected to just kind of think that's, oh, an acceptable point of entry into having a safe country. Nobody believes this anymore, except for some very extreme people
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
internet, frankly.
That that are racist usually is a lot to do
It is inherently,
with it.
yeah, it seems to me that it is a demographic of people who are fine with that cost, right? Because they just feel that it will never touch their lives. But again, if you look at the recklessness and lawlessness that are in our streets when these folks are doing these ICE raids, even here, even in Kansas District 3, the nation's in the midst of a quiet surge.
Yeah.
And they're not doing the Christine TikTok videos this time, but they're doing the same, if anything, like maybe more dangerous work of doing it clandestinely and doing things like pinning folks into their cars and shooting indiscriminately. And don't kid yourself. You use the same roads, folks who agree with ICE use the same roads and the same sidewalks that the rest of us use. To me, it's a public safety issue. These people should not be detaining people in the middle of the road and
Yeah.
starting chases. And how many people died at this point, even bystanders, we've had all sorts of scenarios that just don't make sense for enforcing a paperwork law. It
Yeah.
just doesn't, this is not having your paperwork in order. It's overstaying a
Yeah, it's
student
not even a
visa. Like,
felony. It's not anything dangerous. It's not even a problem. And yeah, we just the
it's a
the
manufactured problem that is very lucrative in certain
we don't
industries.
need ICE. What we need is to take all that money and put it into processing people to either come here or not come here. We need to get more. There's only 700 judges in the whole country. We need, you know what I mean? We need,
Yeah,
and that's back
immigration
when they passed all
reform.
that stuff. It was right after 9/11 and everything. They got so much stuff through while we were all terrified, right?